In this video, we have Richard Carvajal who will give his 7 things that you should watch out for that will look like trends for 2020. What's the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you want to know more, check this video out.
Please subscribe to his channel, click that button below, like, share, and comment.
Salamat. So, stay till the end guys, because the best tip will always be in the end. In this video, we have Richard Carvajal. You know him from our previous videos. Sobrang bata, millennial, pero sobrang yaman. Makita nyo naman, no? sa looks pa lang, tsaka sa damit pa lang. Actually, pwede ako mag-apply ng driver. Ganun siya.
Grabe.
Super. Let's talk about outlook. Ano yung outlook mo on what's happening on the real estate market?
So, iba ang laro sa 2020. Pero I'll give you certain factors kung bakit. Point number 1, with regards to deglobalisation. Dapat we have unity with other countries. Pero with certain wars and tensions between different countries, like for example, US and Iran, US and China, medyo walang unity within countries. So, maapektuhan ng cross-border investing now. Pero not so much with Asia.
Okay.
Second point is inflation rate is projected to average 2% in Asian countries.
Okay.
Okay, so which is really good. So ano ang implication nito when it comes to real estate investing? It means that there's more capacity to invest. There's more money na pwede paikutin. There's more money na pwede gamitin to earn more from investment. Kasi strong currency, especially the Philippine peso, it's projected to become a strong currency this year.
Okay, I have a question about that. You said that dun sa globalization, how does that impact my investing? Ano yung kailangan ko gawin knowing the inputs that you said about globalization?
Yeah, okay. With regards to the globalization, kailangan mo lang alam yung right market. So you have to be updated with regards to, like, for example, kasi like sino ba yung major market mo in terms of real estate? For example, Chinese, you wanna sell real estate to Chinese. Did you know that Chinese is not anymore the strongest economy in the world, but it's now India.
Okay.
It has overtaken China, for example. So, of course, for Australia, for example, Sydney and Melbourne, they're good cities, pero Perth talaga yung ngayon, trending city ngayon, and it's really becoming global and all the opportunities are there. So look for investors that are coming from the Perth area. With South Korea, they're lessening their tensions with North Korea. So it's becoming good then. So we'll probably get more foreign investor, hopefully more Korean investors would invest here in the Philippines. So mga ganun. So you just have to keep yourself updated in the global trends.
Okay, got it. So, watch the global trends. Inflation is low. Number 3.
Okay, capital markets. Okay. When we say capital markets, anything to do with investment. Saan nyo nilalagay yung pera nyo? Okay, here's the thing. With capital markets for real estate, in 2020, you have to expect realistic returns. Okay? We had returns before that in 1 year, 22%, 25%. That's good, that's great. Pero it's gonna slow down this year.
If it slows down, pabor naman yung para sa bibili kasi hindi nila bibili ng mas mataas. Kasi di ba, it's good to see that prices are going up if you already own it.
Yes,
pero
exactly.
If you are the one buying, it's good also for them kasi
makakahabol pa sila. Makakahabol sila, yes.
People always say na mabilis umakyat yung appreciation dito. That's good if bibili ka na or nakabili ka na. Pero for those that are about to buy pa lang, it's bad for them kasi if they wait for 8 months, the price that they might be getting will be higher.
So that's what we call rerouting capital.
Okay.
If you have money, you have to reroute your capital dito sa mga na to because there is realistic returns. It means you're not gonna earn as much as you did in real estate no previous years. Why? Because we are now at an all-time high. Sobrang taas na ng real estate prices natin, and it's very far from the average salary now, which is affordable to the current market.
Okay.
So nalilimit siya.
Since medyo mataas na, should people still buy? Or hindi naman talaga siya babagsak, so bili pa rin sila kasi they will still get appreciation pero mabagal lang.
Okay, here's the thing. You have to have a resilient portfolio. What is resilient portfolio? It means it's not the same as buying and forgetting. It means you have to be agile. It means you have to do certain strategies with your investment. Hindi pwedeng just forget dyan lang and wait for it to you have to know when to exit, you have to know when to different strategies talaga depending on what kind of property you will be buying or kung saan yung property na you will be buying. You need to have a plan
Okay.
So, kailangan to make your portfolios resilient to change. So, dapat flexible, dynamic. The key talaga dito is portfolio management. How you will manage your portfolio, how will you manage the risk. So, these are the things. It means it's not bad to invest, pero you really have to watch out for your investment. Parang stock market lang yan.
May question ako doon. Sa stock market kasi when we talk about portfolio management, it's how we manage a different set of stocks. Meaning may 5 kaming stock, how do you combine stocks that are not related to each other? When you say, how does that mean? It mean they buy different sets of properties? Or okay lang yun for people who just have 1 or 2 properties pa lang?
Yeah, okay lang yun. Depending on how much money you're gonna bring out or how will you use your money or what's the use of your money. Like for example, if you have a property that you know that it's about to be turned over and feeling mo na maraming magsesell on that property, sabay-sabay kayong magbebenta. So, kailangan mo unahan yung market for that one. So, it's like having a game plan. Pero for right now, for example, dahil alam mong not to sell the property and hold pa sa property for 5 to 10 years. So, it really depends. Or for example, instead of buying expensive property na iisa, buy multiple units to lessen the risk, for example, in different locations.
May question ako doon. So, pag alam mong madaming magbibenta nearing the turnover, would it be advisable na kung sila nagbibenta sa ikaw, magpa-rent ka na lang? Is that a good plan also?
Depende baka kasi kailangan mo yung money mo for liquidity So, better exit as soon as possible. Pero kung gusto mo, hindi man makailangan yung money mo and wala ka rin paggagamitan, better then if you do for rental. But the thing with rental is, if you watch my previous videos, sabi ko lagi 7% is the magic number. If you attended my talk, if you're yielding 7%, then it's a good investment. I did run the numbers last week. And for 2020, 6%, 6.13% lang ang average yield ng Philippine property. This is because we now have high prices in real estate. And when we have higher price of real estate, we have lower yield. So that's the thing.
So that means when pag nag-check sila ng rent, if they're getting 7%, dun sa nila, go na sila doon.
Yeah, that's really good. That's above na.
Pero if they get 4%, that means that property is expensive already.
Yes,
so you're telling people, kung yung price na to, sabihin natin yung property is 10 million, mapaparent nila ng 400,000 a year. Bad deal yun. Kasi 4% lang
yes,
yung
something
nila.
like that.
Okay.
Yes, it's because of online shopping. Di ba sabi na lesser yung nagpupunta sa mall and all those. But the thing with the retail now is kailangan there is a certain activity to it. Like for example, this kind of real estate trend is people go to the mall not really to shop, pero like to see what's in there para mamasyal. So it's like dapat may park or may cultural heritage, sabi lang. So when you buy a property, a commercial property, make sure na there is something special about that property or in that area na pupuntahan ng mga tao. Not because of your not because of the tenants or not because yung mga nagli-list ng mga shop, but because there is a certain activity that they want to do. So ang trend sa mga mall ngayon, actually 80% are food stalls. If you check Ayala Malls, 20% lang yung mga clothing, mga ano. So I think it's still good to invest. Kasi may mga nagtatanong sa akin, Sir, okay ba yung commercial property? Kasi puro online shopping na ngayon eh. So may nagmamall pa ba? Yes, nasa Philippines tayo. So marami pa rin pupunta sa mall to do their recreational and leisure activities rin. Also, next, with regards to that, because of online shopping, if you wanna invest in property, the best investment right now is warehousing and logistics.
Okay, totoo yun, totoo yun. Malls now are focusing on something that will give people experience. So, lahat ng matatama ng online, sure ako madidisrupt it. This is one obvious as an author, National Bookstore right now has 20% of its space na lang for books. 80% of its space already is office supplies, school supplies already.
And they have online. National Bookstore have online e-commerce,
So warehousing, logistics, because there's a lot of transactions going on. Pero how will people find deals like that?
Okay. For that one, marami naman hindi lang masyado popular kasi it only caters to a certain market. So Pero usually, if you wanna start from scratch, ang sinasabi ko dito, if you have like big lands or raw lands, pwede mo yan i-convert sa warehousing. The most important thing lang is kailangan mo ng system.
Okay.
A very good system that they use for warehousing. And when we say warehousing, hindi lang siya storage ng mga online deliveries. Pero right now, ang daming gumagamit ng storage sa Philippines. Sa mga like SM Storage Mart.
Okay.
The thing with this kind of business kasi is may temperature control, so hindi nasisira yung mga gamit. Because Filipinos are very sentimental with their things. So they don't wanna let go. And condominium living is popular. Ang liit lang talaga ng space.
Okay.
So this is a very, very good business that you can explore if you have good land. Sobrang kulang tayo ng warehousing ngayon sa Philippines.
Pero so yung mga may condo, bumibili sila ng isa pang condo or pinapag-rent sila para doon ilagay. Why not, since hindi naman nila titirahan, why not buy a house that's further tapos doon nila isaksak lahat ng gusto nila?
I think for convenience kasi. Nandun pa rin, matraffic pa rin.
Would it be better that sila na magpatayo ng warehouse or look for someone na may negosyo ng warehouse tapos parent na lang nila? Would you know also magkano yung capital pag magpapa-warehouse ka?
It depends eh. Pero warehousing actually is not that expensive.
Okay.
Kasi kung titignan mo yung mga gamit na ginagamit, it's not the same as building an apartment. So it's just really about the space. The thing you have to invest with warehousing is yung system talaga.
Okay.
Yung IT system niya. Kasi usually when people wants to rent, dapat may system na yun. Kasi warehousing yung pinaparent mo. Pero the thing here is usually you can do joint venture.
Okay.
Kasi no one really sells the land anymore. So isa rin yan sa mga trends this 2020. Talagang joint venture. So kung talaga nasa warehousing business siya, you have the land, you don't have to shell out the money, you just have to do joint venture with that person.
Saan yung mga top areas na sobrang daming warehouse dito?
Usually sa south.
Okay.
Sa south,
So,
sa
Laguna,
north, pero
Laguna area.
Cavite.
Okay.
Pero sa Manila, we have a lot in Pasig.
Okay.
Not Center Ortigas, pero Pasig area. We have in Makati, pero these are small spaces. For Makati, Pasig, more on storage itong mga to. Pero for Cavite and Bulacan, more on sa distribution system to.
Would you suggest people create their own dormitories or yung mga areas na
nasa point ko yan. Very good. 2020 trend is one of the 2020 trend is highest and best use or habu. Yun ang tinatawag namin. Because dahil nga wala ng lupa, we're lucky. You'll start seeing people making the most out of the land. So for example, in the middle of a city, there is a parking lot, tapos puro building lot. Expect this parking lot to be converted into a residential condominium or into an office building. So yan ang mga mangyayari. Yan ang gagawin ng developer. Talagang they're gonna maximize and use the highest possible use of land in the Philippines dahil nga nagkakakulangan na tayo. So maraming mako-convert. Kung tingin nyo parking lang siya ngayon or tingin nyo low storage, low outlet lang siya or low storage, it's gonna be transformed into high-rise. So next, POGOs. POGOs has finally overtaken the IT BPO industry. So 1.2 million square meter of office spaces yung nakuha nila. So that's a lot. Ilang percent yun. And around $680 million ang total payments nila sa rent ng mga housing nila last year. Could you imagine that? If you total everything na binayad nila sa rent, $680 million, that's a lot of money. And despite like issues with the China ban right now with the virus and all, it's still gonna continue and they're not gonna stop. They're starting to look for hubs outside Metro Manila. In the last 3-4 years, around 1,200,000 square meter of space din yung na-occupy nila.
Pero kung may ban dito, how will they go here? How will they find their route papunta sa Philippines?
Possible sila magre-routing. Pero usually marami naman nandito na eh. Actually like the POGOs were stationed here prior pa sa paghanap nila ng office just to adjust here and just to help set up. Pero the point is we still have the same admin or government, for example. They're still gonna continue with this and they're really gonna be, take over the IT BPM industry.
Tsaka yung hindi alam ng mga tao, yung pag-overtake ng POGO, it only took them 3 years. Yung space na nakuha ng BPO was over 20 years. So ganun kabilis yung sa POGO industry. Okay, next point.
Next point. Investing outside Metro Manila is very important. Diba? Lagi ko nakukuha yung question na yun. Where do you invest out? I'll give you the key cities for me. for me, in my perception, okay, so New Clark City, you have it, of course. Iloilo, Bacolod, Cebu, Davao, Pampanga. So those are my key cities. So usually makikita, how about Bulacan? I don't think Bulacan is a key city for 2020, pero probably it will be in 2021 and 2022. So these are the cities you have to watch out to if you do land banking. Gusto nyo lang mag-acquire ng property. These are very good cities to look at.
Dun sa mga sinabi mo, no, yung pinaka-familiar ako is Iloilo. Predominantly Mega World, Ayala, and some portions SM. For those other cities, should they buy the ones na may developer na, or should they find something na walang developers, bilhin na lang nila yung lupa doon?
Actually, I mentioned this city kasi these cities are yung mga inaay ng mga developers. So, confidentially, developers are coming in this city.
Okay.
Well, actually, Rockwell has launched his Bacolod project.
Okay.
So, yun, hindi na yun confidential. Pero a lot of developers have been looking for developments in the city. So, position first. So, I'm not talking about buying from the developer, pero I'm talking about land banking.
Okay.
Before, kasi when a developer goes to a certain city, nagtataas yung price nila.
3 years later, makakahabol ba yung lupa na walang developer sa pag-appreciate versus the one na may developer? Normally, mabilis mag-appreciate yung may developer eh.
Yeah, principle of progression, yes. Speaking of course, magde-develop yung lupa. Pero it's gonna be expensive to position your money already. At saka mahirap pa kayo kasi the more na hindi magbebenta ng lupa yung mga tao doon once na-develop na yung certain area.
Okay, makes sense.
Lastly, of course, in 2020, you'll see a lot of property technology to be developed. So when we say PropTech, there's more smart homes that are coming here, green sustainability. In Japan, they started, it's now regulated to buy real estate using coins. Bago yung regulation na yun. Pero it's not fully implemented. Of course, REITs, tama ako eh, A-REIT yung tawag eh. Nawala pa eh. It's called Ayala REITs eh. So it's finally launching, it's finally happening this year. Pero based on my study or based on my projection, parang it's not gonna yield in the first few years as high as you're yielding with actual real estate properties. So I think that's for my 2020 market outlook. I hope you learned a lot.
Okay. Since we're at the 20-minute mark, comment below if you're learning from this. And just to summarize everything, enumerate yung lahat ng isa-isa. Number one.
Okay. Number 1, Asian economics.
Number 2?
So number 2 is capital markets. Expect realistic returns. Number 3, logistics, retail, and warehousing. Commercial properties. Number 4, residential prices, yield of 6%. Number 5 is highest and best use. So maximizing the land and efficiency. Number 6 is POGOs. Strong market, very strong market. Maraming binabayad sa rent. Number 7, of course, is the trends like property technology and REITs. Okay, so those are the 7 tips and outlook by Richard Carvajal in the real estate market for 2020 in the Philippines. So I guess that's it. If you have any questions from this video, put them on the comment section, and then pag nagkita ulit kami, I don't know kung kailan. Yeah, busy siya.
we will make another video off of that as well. So send those questions, we'll make it, and then comment below also if you're learning, and if you want more of Richard Carvajal, comment I want Richard. Wag sabihin I want Richard's body, iba na yun. I want Richard lang. So, but I hope you guys learn a lot. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon. Bye everyone.